Yeah, what is good, my anime people? What is good? Honestly, I am probably, excuse me, on my last episodes of this show. I have a feeling it's coming to an end pretty soon. We have the zero pretty much all the way filled up with all the old members and stuff like that. So I don't really see a huge amount that still needs to be like finished, right? Um, Seemingly their goals are being met, but to see the backstory of this and like to think that they gave us a forewarning of how brutal I guess they believe this story to be, like, right, like it kind of was too obvious then. Like, just let the people for themselves decide if it's brutal or not, because once you do that, now you're just setting yourself up to have these expectations, and if these expectations don't come to, the eyes of the viewer, like they can see it, then you kind of miss the mark. So instead of setting it up like that with the person that's like outside of the story, they could have easily just allowed it to do that itself. Because just alone with her mannerisms and the way she treats someone as, good as our main character, it should be pretty obvious as to why, um, she is the way that she is once we start getting the story. But overall, outside of that, and seeing just like how easily the robots were manipulated into thinking what they were getting was actually helpful, it's kind of crazy to think we got no such story of what came about to those people. Which is another reason why I thought this show would like still be in manga form, like still going. Like that's a pretty big like setup for some evil humans, still having a cannon that's very capable of destroying planets on the loose, who will lie and manipulate just to get whatever they want out of their subjects. So, like what happens to them? What are those people doing? If not, like, did they get handled in general? That's the type of stuff that has me the most curious. Has me the most curious as to where it's going, but nonetheless, I kind of feel like they answered it by just not answering at all. It was like 15 years ago. So if anything, those that giant thing that was like eating planets, they could say just got to it or something along those lines. But think about that. If the story was long going, that could have been the whole arc, or maybe it is. I'm just jumping to conclusion here. This could have been not an arc, but a whole entire episode for the anime's sake to kind of get her to get revenge, or to see that even after this, she's in a better position than those people are if their planet's almost extinct, or if they're only running off so much food, and or I don't even know. I just feel like seeing this and everything she's gone through, just for it to kind of end with him being like, oh, and then she loved humans happily ever after. Like she never runs back into those people. Yeah, I guess, but I feel like that would have been a cool thing to do. So if they don't do it, it's kind of another reason why I'm just not really feeling it. So I might drop this show. I might keep watching it because shows randomly don't come out on days. So instead of not having any content, I can at least keep up with everything so I can give you guys something every time I can. So, that being said, take care, everybody, and peace.